Okay, so let's start now with algebra and start with the first question. So question 1, who can read me question 1? Anyone? Yes, Fatima.
Miss, I'm not sure, but I think -1.
Yeah, you can read the question. I'm going to solve it with you. No problem.
If x squared equals 1, find the root sum of x.
So you think it is?
-1.
-1. Okay, so let's see if that's true. So here we're saying that x squared is 1. And I want to find the root sum of x. So the root of x here, the root of x squared, would it equal to only 1?
No.
No. So it's going to be equal to what?
Negative.
Exactly. So we have -1 and positive 1. Okay, so if I'm going to write it in another way, plus and -1, right? So these are the root of x. But here they are saying the sum. So I have 1, +1, and -1. So I want to see the total of them. So what's the answer going to be?
0.
0, exactly. So here, in any number, they're asking you, if it's asking about the root sum of this number, it's always going to be 0. And for example, if I have the root of 27, it's going to be +3 or -3, right? Oh, sorry. Okay. So if it was 25, so it's going to be +5 or -5, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So here, when I add them together, I'm always going to have 0. Okay? So is this question clear?
Miss, so under any condition, what if we had the squared root something, the sum of the square root will get 0.
Yes.
No matter how big the number is.
No matter how big the number is, you're gonna always have those numbers, especially of course that's in the case if it's a squared number, like 25, 36, 49, like this. These numbers are always going to be plus or minus the same number. For example, this is going to be +7 and -7. When I add them together, it's going to be 0. So that's the idea of the question. Okay? Okay, ممتاز. يلا, let's go to question 2. يلا, Haidar, do you want to do question 2?
Okay. But first, I wanted to ask for question 1, why did you get 2 numbers? Where did you get the 2 numbers from?
Why is it 2 numbers? So, here when I say plus or minus, for example here, the example that I said about 24, it is plus or -5 because we're looking here, the root of a thing is the numbers that when I multiply it by itself, I'm going to have the number here. So I have 5 times 5 equals 27, right? 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's out of the way. Now I have -5 times -5. I'm looking for the number that when I multiply by itself, it's going to equal to 25. So we know that when I multiply negative and a negative, I'm going to get a positive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to get positive 25. So they're saying that you have 2 numbers that when you multiply it by itself, you're going to get positive 25. So it is plus and -5.
Okay, but what's the point of asking for the root sum if it's always 0?
Yeah, so the idea of the question is that they want you to put in mind that the root is not always one number. يعني it's not only 5, but it is plus and minus 5. So if I just put in my mind, like in the question here, if I put in my mind that it's just 1, I'm going to put the answer as A. But I know that it's not 1, it's plus and minus 1, so that I know it's 0.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's see question 2.
If a number is added 5 times the number 13, the result will be 96.
Okay, so here let me a bit, I think the translation was a bit messed up here. They're saying that when I multiply 13 by 5 plus x, which is an unknown number, the number, it's gonna equal 96. So what do you think the number here will be?
I think we multiply 13 by 5.
Yes.
And we minus that on both sides.
Exactly, ممتاز. So 13 times 5 equals?
65.
65, excellent. And minus 96?
31.
Yeah, ممتاز. So the answer would be A, 31. Thank you, Haida. Okay, so is that clear? So the question here, they're asking you to make an equation. But here, because the translation was not optimal, it was not clear. But in the questions in the exam, it would be, this is the idea of the question, that they're writing it for you and they want you to form an equation and then solve it. Okay? Okay. Yalla, let's move on to question 3. Who can read question 3?
Miss, I have a question.
Yes.
Miss, if a question like question 2 is in the test, do we have to make the equation or do we have to actually solve it?
You mean you just need to know the answer, or you need to write the equation?
No, and is there another way to do it without doing the equation?
I think that doing the equation is the easiest way. There's no easier way than just figuring out the equation and then solving it. Of course, they're not going to bring you complicated ones that are not clear in the text. They have to bring you reasonable ones. Like this one was reasonable. If you're gonna need to write an equation based on this one, you just had 2 numbers and the unknown number here and the answer. So it's not gonna be unreasonable, inshallah. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah, question 3. Yalla, Amira, do you want to try and solve the question?
Number 3.
Probably what?
Number 3.
Yeah, so you think the answer is C?
No, I'm asking about
number 3, yeah.
If 2x plus y equals 1 over 32, what's the value of 8x plus 4y?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah?
They're saying that 2x plus y equals 32. So, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So no problem. Let's see. So here, normally what we would think of is that we need to find the value of x and the value of y, صح? So that's the first thing that we have, that comes to mind. But here, since it's a question that mainly that's mainly about strategies. We're gonna see a strategy that makes it easier for us. So here I have 2x plus y equals 1 over 32. And here I have 8x and 4y. So I'm going to solve for the 8x and 4y together. I'm not going to find x alone and y alone and then solve the equation. How can I do that? So we see that 8x plus 4y is essentially 4 times 2x plus y, right? So here, when I multiply again, it's going to be here 8x and here it's going to be 4y. So here it is 2x plus y all multiplied by 4. So what am I going to need? I know that 2x plus y equals to what? 1 over 32. So I can substitute this value here by 1 over 32. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So here it's going to be what? 4 times 1 over 32. So I can simplify, and it's going to be here 1, and here it's going to be 8. So the answer will be 1 over 8. So the answer would
I
be
don't get why to simplify to 8.
because 32 is 4 times 8. So the 4 and the 4 goes, and the 8 is remained.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay, so do you get how did we solve this question?
Miss, can you please repeat it?
Can what?
Can you please repeat? Explain again.
Okay. Yeah, let's explain it again. So I'm saying here that I have the value of 2x plus y already. So I'm not going to solve for x first and then solve for yx alone. I'm going to solve it as a group. I want to find the whole the whole of this equation as a group. I'm not going to find x alone and y alone. So what I did here, we saw that it's 8x and 4y. And it equals to 4 times 2x plus y. As in, I take it here, it's 8, so it's 4 times 2x plus 4 times y. Okay, and then I take the 4 out and I multiply it all like this. Do you get the idea of this, of what I did here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now I know the value of 2x plus y, right? They told me that it is 1 over 32. So instead of writing 4 times 2x plus y, I'm going to write 4 times 1 over 32. I substituted. And then I do the simple multiplication, and I'm going to get 1 over 8. So is it clear now?
Yeah.
Miss, no, Miss, I don't understand.
What is the part that you don't understand?
كيف أصحح كله مس ما فهمت. I don't know what we're doing and why.
Okay. See, here I'm trying to solve it without without finding x alone and y alone. I'm going to find it as a group. Okay. So did you understand what I did here when I did 4 times x plus y?
No.
No. So here, what I did is that I took the number out. يعني بالعربي إنه القاسم المشترك الأكبر بينهم.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you take it. Here I can divide it by 4, and I can divide it by 4, and then I took the 4 out. Okay. So you see, when I have 4 times 2x plus y, it equals to this to this equation here, right?
Yeah, okay, هذه فهمتها بعدين.
Yeah, so it's equal. So now I have 4 times 2x plus y. Do I know the value of 2x plus y?
No.
But I do, because it's written here in the question. 2x plus y equals what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here, since I know it, I can substitute it. Okay, I can remove this and write 1 over 32. Okay.
Okay, but now where's the answer? Oh, you
But
okay.
now, yeah, so now you do 4 times 1 over 32.
Thank you, Miss.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is it clear now?
Yeah, Miss, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Diva, I have a quick question.
Yes, Fatima.
Miss, are we allowed to use calculators?
No, actually, you cannot use calculators in the exam.
Miss, بس طيب إن fractions يعني are kinda كيف أقول إن صعب أحسبهم يعني بسرعة.
Yeah, so يعني first advice I would be giving to you is practice. So is your exam near, Fatima?
It's December 2.
December 2, okay. So see, you have the time now to practice on questions. You can find them on Google. There are some examples or mock exams on Google. And those fractions that they're going to give you, they're not يعني they would not need calculators. So you need to practice on simplifying them so you can make your life easier. So here I have 4 over 32, because I know that I can simplify it by removing here the 4, and it's going to be 1, and 32, and it's going to be 8. It's easier for me, and I didn't need a calculator. So you just have to practice so that you get used to simplification more, and inshallah you're not going to face any problem with fractions.
Miss, also, I don't know. Someone said now we have to memorize the multiplication table from 1 to 12. Is it true?
Yeah, of course it's going to be helpful for you.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are a lot of questions that would involve multiplication.
Oh, okay.
Miss, do you know the acceptance rate حق موهبة?
I think it depends on يعني the people or students who took the exam. It depends on the grade as a whole. يعني if and it has something. I don't know if you took this in math yet or not, but this shape, are you familiar with this shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's called the normal distribution. It's not a fixed number that they have for acceptance. They accept according to the grades of the whole population who did take the exam. If they're all high, they're gonna accept the highest. If they're all low, they're gonna accept the average, like this. So it differs from a year to year. So all you have to do is do your best.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Yes, Haidar.
I just wanted to do number 4.
يلا.
Okay. So if Rakan and his father are 66 years old, and his father is 30 years older than Rakan, then what is Rakan's age? I think I know how to do this one.
Yeah. So how do you do it?
Okay, so in the 66 years, there's his father's entire life, and then there's Rakan's life. And then in his father's life, there's also Rakan's age as well. So
Yeah.
Rakan's age is there twice.
Yes.
So if Rakan's age was X, it would be, so the 2x, so 2 times Rakan's age, plus the 30 years that Rakan wasn't there, equals 66. And so if we do it, the minus 30 on both sides, 36,
Yes.
and then divided by 2 equals 18.
Yeah, so you're gonna get the answer of 18. Excellent. ممتاز حيدر. So this is actually the correct way to do this question. The answer is 18. So as Haidar explained, what you have here is that like the years of يعني this is Rakan's age and this is his father age. Okay?
بس ما فهمت ليش دخلتوا التو.
يلا I'm going to explain it now. Okay? So here, this is Rakan, this is the father. So Rakan plus father equals 66, right? So here, this is Rakan age, and here it's also Rakan's age, right? Because they are the same level. يعني this is going to be Rakan, and this is going to be the same يعني years of Rakan's age. And here, it's going to be the 30. The 30 years that his father is older than him. Do you understand it?
Miss Wallah, I don't understand anything.
Me
Okay.
too, miss. I don't
So
get it.
let me make it easier for you, okay? So first, Rakan's father was 30 years old when Rakan was born, right?
Yes.
Yes. So he was in the beginning 30. And then when he was getting older, let's say, for example, that Rakan is now 1. So his father would be what?
31.
31. Sorry. Okay, 31. So we're saying that Rakan's age is also in his father's age. So you see, if this is 1, so this is going to be also 1.
Miss.
You don't
Miss.
get it?
No.
Okay. Let me remove this. Don't see the chart. Okay? If you're confused and you cannot do it, let's try and solve try the choices. Okay? Let's try the choices. So now let's see the first choice. They're saying, what is Rakan's age? So if this is Rakan age, and we know that his father is older than Rakan by 30 years. So if that was Rakan's age, his father would be how old would his father would be?
Miss.
If he is 48 and
His father will be over 78.
78. So when I add them together, does it equal 66?
No.
No. So this one is wrong. Let's see the next one. It's 30 years for Rakan. So his father will be what?
36.
He is older than him by 30 years. So I'm just going to add 30.
60.
60. And when I add them together, does it equal 66?
No.
No. So I try the next one. 36 plus 30. So his father age would be?
66.
When I add them together, does it equal 66?
Yeah.
When I add them together, here, Rakan and his father are 66.
Oh. No.
No. So this one is also wrong. We have the last answer here, which is 18. You can see that if I add 30, it's going to equal what?
38. 48.
48. So 48 plus 18 would equal
66.
66. So by trial, I had the answer right.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you can either do that method, or you can always try and see what's the right answer. Okay. You get why it was 18?
Yeah.
All of you? Anyone has any question? Okay. Yeah, let's see question 5. Who can do question 5? Anyone?
Miss, I don't understand the question.
Let's see. يلا. Just read the question for me.
If 2 to the power of x equals 32, 3 to the power of y equals 81. Compare the two values, x and y.
Okay. So they want us to know the value of x and the value of y. How can I know that? So here, it's the power of the number, means how many times should I multiply 2 by itself to get 32. Okay, so let me see the numbers that we already know. So 2 to the power of 1 equals what?
1.
2 to the power of 1 equals 2. Yes. 2 to the power of 2?
4.
4. So until I reach 32, I'm going to continue, okay? So 2 to the power of 3?
8.
8. 2 to the power of 4?
10. 12.
It's not 10. It's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So it equals what?
It will be 16.
16, yes. So it's going to be 16. And 2 to the power of 5. So I'm going to multiply 2 by itself 5 times.
Can't you just multiply 16 times 2?
Yeah, of course I can. So 16 times 2 equals?
32.
32, ممتاز. So now I know that 2 to the power of 5 equals 32. So this x must equal to
5.
5, exactly. So this x equals 5. Now we have to do the same thing for 3. 3 to the power of y equals 81. So 3 to the power of 1, we know that is 3. 3 to the power of 2, it is 9. 3 to the power of 3, it is 27. And 3 to the power of 4 equals 81. Okay, so each time I multiply it by 3 more. So I have this here, 3 to the power of 4 equals 81. So this y would be what? Equals to what?
4.
4, exactly. So now I have the value of x and I have the value of y. And now I'm going to compare. This is the first value and this is the second value. So which one will be the answer?
A.
A, exactly, ممتاز. So I found the answer for the value of x in this equation. I found the value of y in this equation. And then I compared between them.